Traveling after 70. A trip on a whim could cost you everything if you're not prepared. For many of us, one of the top dreams after retirement is to travel, to finally see the places we couldn't when we were younger. Especially now, while we're still relatively healthy, we want to make those dreams a reality. You scroll through your friends' social media and see more and more of them posting travel photos. You feel that itch, don't you? But here's what many don't realize. After the age of 70, a spontaneous trip, if not properly prepared for, can turn into a lifelong regret. Some seniors have collapsed at the airport. Some ended up in the ICU just because they ate the wrong thing. Others were scammed out of 6 months' worth of savings. According to travel insurance data, over 30,000 seniors, both at home and abroad, were hospitalized last year due to travel-related emergencies. So in this video, let's talk about 5 serious travel risks often overlooked by seniors over 70. Especially number 2. It may seem minor, but if it happens, it can change your life completely. 1. Sudden health emergencies, the hidden killer. After 70, our bodies are like an old car that still runs okay until you take it on the highway. At home, dizziness means you call the doctor. Blood pressure spikes? You take your meds. But imagine this. You're in another state or even another country, and suddenly you can't breathe, you feel tightness in your chest, maybe even pass out. Who's there to help you right away? The real danger isn't minor illnesses, it's delays in getting treatment, especially while traveling. Take Mr. Johnson, 72 years old, who'd always dreamed of seeing snow-capped mountains. He and his wife joined a tour to Colorado last fall. He was active and loved Tai Chi. But one morning at over 10,000 feet elevation, he suddenly felt short of breath and broke into a cold sweat. The tour guide thought it was just altitude sickness and told him to rest. 30 minutes later, he could no longer speak. Luckily, a retired military nurse in the group recognized the signs of acute myocardial ischemia and insisted they go down the mountain immediately. But the hospital was 2 hours away. By the time Mr. Johnson got to the ER, the doctor said, "If you had arrived an hour later, your heart might have stopped." He later said, "If I'd known, I would have just watched a YouTube video of the mountains from my living room." And then there was Mr. Garcia, also 70. He seemed healthy too, but the moment he landed in Denver, the altitude hit him hard. He lost consciousness and had to be airlifted back home. That emergency transport, ICU care, and out-of-state treatment, it cost nearly $40,000. Travel is meant to fulfill dreams, not trade your savings for survival. Doctor's tip: before you go, get a full checkup, especially if you have a history of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, or respiratory issues. Bring your daily and emergency meds with doctor's notes in English, so they won't get confiscated at customs. Always buy comprehensive travel insurance that includes emergency medical evacuation and hospital care. If you're heading somewhere with high elevation or poor medical access, check with your doctor first to see if it's safe. 2. Falls and injuries, the silent life changer. At 70 plus, the biggest danger isn't whether you can walk far, it's falling. A younger person falls and brushes it off. But a senior? One fall could mean a hip fracture, surgery, or even never walking again. As we age, bones become brittle, muscles shrink, and balance weakens. Even one misstep can have devastating consequences. Now think about this. Many tourist towns have uneven sidewalks, slippery cobblestones, or steep staircases with no handrails. Take Miss Eleanor, 73. She was the speed walker of her neighborhood park, faster than her daughter-in-law. Last summer, she and her girlfriends joined a 3-day tour of historic towns in South Carolina. They were having a blast, until day 2, when she slipped on a slick alley path wearing new leather shoes. She landed hard on a stone slab, thought it was just a sore tailbone, and kept touring. That night, she couldn't even straighten her back. Turns out, she'd fractured her hip. The doctor said bluntly, "At your age, a fall can be worse than a serious illness." She had surgery, was hospitalized for 2 months, and spent half a year using a cane. Now, she's scared to even walk to the park. Doctor's tip: choose proper footwear, non-slip, soft-soled, breathable, and broken in. Check the sidewalks near your hotel each morning before heading out. Avoid looking at your phone while walking. Use a lightweight cane if needed, especially on trails or old streets. When booking lodging, prioritize hotels with elevators, handrails, and night lights. Don't underestimate one bad step. Many seniors' lives changed forever from a single fall. 3. Travel fatigue. One trip can drain you. In our younger days, we could sightsee all day and bounce back after one night's sleep. But past 70, recovery takes longer. Long flights, bus rides, early wake-ups, unfamiliar food, poor sleep. It all adds up. And when older adults get overtired, their immunity drops. They may get dizzy, lose balance, or even trigger heart or brain issues. Mr. Allen, 75, was fairly fit. He enjoyed dance classes and painting workshops. Last year, he went on a packed trip to the Pacific Northwest. 4 to 5 attractions a day, walking 15,000 to 20,000 steps daily. He kept up for a while, but by day 3, his legs were giving out. He barely slept and felt foggy-headed. His friends told him to rest a day, but he didn't want to miss any sights. He pushed through the last 2 days using painkillers and energy drinks. When he got home, he thought rest would fix it. But soon he developed a cough, fever, and was diagnosed with bronchitis due to a viral infection. His weak immunity meant he took 3 months to fully recover. He later said, "Looking back, I should have just stayed home and enjoyed the sunshine." Doctor's tip: keep your itinerary light. 1 or 2 relaxed activities per day. Plan naps. Pick direct flights. Avoid red ice. Eat mild, cooked food, and stay hydrated. Skip the alcohol and caffeine. Most importantly, don't push through exhaustion. Travel is for joy, not endurance. 4. Infections and food poisoning, the invisible threat. Many folks think a little cold or stomach bug is no big deal. But at 70 plus, even a minor flu or case of diarrhea can turn into pneumonia, dehydration, or a hospital stay. Airports, planes, and crowded attractions increase exposure to viruses. Temperature swings and unfamiliar water or food can upset your system fast. Mr. Thomas, 74, loved long trips. Last summer, he joined a senior tour to Georgia. On day 1, he was tempted by a roadside stall's famous cold jelly noodles and some spring water. That night, severe stomach cramps, fever, and diarrhea. He thought it'd pass. By day 2, he was completely dehydrated and had to be hospitalized. The diagnosis? Bacterial gastroenteritis. The doctor said if they had waited any longer, the dehydration could have led to shock. He spent 5 of the planned 7 days in a hospital bed, racked up medical bills, and returned home weak and drained. Doctor's tip: wash your hands frequently. Avoid raw or unfiltered foods and drinks. Only eat from clean, reputable places. Drink bottled water. Bring your own snacks. Carry basic medications for stomach issues, fever, and rehydration. 5. Travel scams, losing your money and peace of mind. After 70, the sad truth is, we're seen as easy targets. Scammers know we're polite, generous, and sometimes a little too trusting. They often assume older adults aren't tech savvy and won't notice small thefts or report them. From pickpockets to shady tour operators, the tricks get more creative every year. Take Mrs. Henderson, 78. She was widowed but still loved group travel. She signed up for what seemed like a great bus tour advertised in a church bulletin. Everything looked legit. There was a website, even a smiling customer service rep who answered her questions with care. She mailed in a $1,200 deposit by check. Then nothing. She never received an itinerary. Call stopped going through. The website disappeared. Turns out it was a scam targeting seniors in her area. She was heartbroken, not just over the money, but the betrayal. She said, "I thought I was too careful for something like this to happen." And then there's the kind of scam that happens during the trip. A popular one. A local comes up, says they'll help with your luggage, or offer a free souvenir. They distract you while an accomplice steals your phone or wallet. Mr. and Mrs. Patterson, both in their 70s, were on a cruise excursion. While admiring a street musician, someone bumped into them. Later, they discovered their bag was gone. Passports, credit cards, cash everything. They had to cancel the rest of their trip and spend 2 full days getting emergency documents to return home. Doctor's tip: always book tours through verified, well-reviewed travel agencies. Never wire money or send personal checks to unknown parties. When out sightseeing, use a money belt or crossbody bag with anti-theft features. Don't carry all your cash or cards in one place. Be aware of your surroundings, and if a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, should seniors stop traveling altogether? Not at all. Travel, when done right, can be one of the most beautiful gifts of later life. It opens your eyes, lifts your spirit, and makes you feel alive again. But at 70 plus, it's not about being spontaneous anymore. It's about being smart. Planning ahead doesn't ruin the fun. It protects it so you can come home safe with nothing but joy and good memories. Bring medications, get a full health check, prepare for fatigue, avoid food risks, and be scam smart. Let the journey be one of peace, not panic. And remember, seeing a mountain, an ocean, or an old town square is wonderful. But what matters most is returning home in one piece, smiling, and already dreaming of the next trip.